Hello guys and gals, this is What's Motives here, and this is going to be part 4 of What if Female Deku was a Vigilante? And so, in the last part, we left off with, we left off with Izumi, Kage, along with Toga, escaping from, her sister, brother, also, and, Bakugo, Kirishima, Mina, and, Uraraka. And, yes, with Izumi actually, when she used a sleeping agent on her older sister, she actually came in to, grab her before she fell to the ground, because, she does actually sort of love her, but she also hates her. It's like half-half. So yeah. And after that little endeavor, they went ahead and went back to their base, where Stain was waiting for them, asking them did they have fun in their little night out. And that's when he sees that all three of them are out of breath and Izumi is, on the verge of collapsing from sheer emotional shock. Because she was not expecting to run into her, into half of her family. But as Stain asks them what exactly is wrong with all of you, as that's when Kage and Toga tell Stain that we just ran away from Izumi's older brother, sister, along with some of their friends. With Stain asking, simply telling them, I'm surprised how you didn't get caught. With Toga telling him, you know that's hurtful, right? That's like really hurtful. We're not like newbies in this. With Stain telling them, I guess you're right, but still. And after that little chat, all of them go back to their quarters, with Izumi going ahead and, going to sleep. But before that, she goes to her drawer and she takes something out of it. That's something being a cute little golden pendant, which had a picture of her and her older sister. And needless to say, she didn't exactly cry about it, but she was quite sad about how things turned out. But, as she said, oh well, and went back to sleep, with her holding the pendant in her hand. And early the next morning, Stain went ahead and told both to Izumi, Toga, and Kage to get up. They have work to do. With all three of them thinking that it's gonna be another mission or a training session. But no, surprisingly, it's going to be a meeting with, the notorious League of Villains. But not yet, as they are currently still getting into contact with them. And in this what if, the League of Villains isn't going to have two people. Those two being Twice and Toga. Now then, some of you guys and gals may be wondering to each other, or, wondering why exactly isn't Twice a part of, the League of Villains? Well, quite simple. He is actually a part of another organization. That one being called, let's just say there's sort of a quirk counseling. How do you say that again? In a quirk counseling, let's just say that he works in a quirk counseling. How do you say it again? Like academy or something like that? But that is where Twice is currently at. With him being actually, given a proposition by Nezu himself to actually become a teacher at UA, with Twice, well, being ecstatic about it. And well, the sort of subjects he would, well, be, how do you say it again? Teaching other students, or, well, it would be about, well, physics. And along with that, he's quite a good psychiatrist. So yeah, basically he's going to be the, well, the main guy or the main teacher whom the students go ahead to talk to when they have a problem. Either if they're not feeling well in, well, their family issues, or if they think that their quirk is weak, or something like that, or that they think that they're not ready to be in UA. They will go ahead and speak to Twice. So, yeah, Twice is going to be, well, not exactly a hero, but he will be working with the heroes. And well, pretty sure that I said enough about that. As well, Izumi, along with Kage and Toga, go ahead and ask Stain who exactly the League of Villains are. That's when Stain tells them what they're exactly about. Along with it, they actually want to kill All Might. Yeah, Izumi just looked at Stain with, well, a bit of skepticism, along with Kage and Toga, because as far as they're concerned, All Might cannot be beaten unless it's, well, All for One. And yes, All for One is actually a name which is going around the people, so yeah. But, well, or, well, not exactly that, it is essentially, well, All for One is known by the wide public. It is the only villain to ever pose up, well, quite a large threat to All Might. Since both of them are, well, equally matched. So yeah, all of the people of Japan know who he is, and even abroad people know who he is. But yeah, enough about that. As Stain tells both Izumi, Toga, and well, Kage, along with the rest of the people who are there, that, well, All for One is the leader of the League of Villains, or he's at least backing them up. And that's when all of them get a worried expression on their faces, along with Izumi, as she then asks Stain, wait, so you want us to work with All for One, for us to become his lapdogs, or something like that? With Stain telling her, no, Izumi, that's not what I meant. They simply want us to go with them on a certain attack. They've been preparing for several weeks now, but that attack was going to be, well, executed about a year from now. So yeah, with all of them looking to each other, pretty much, well, speculating and all that, speaking with each other and all, and that's when, well, Stain tells all of them to shut up, because the only reason they're going there is to be sort of as the vanguard, to protect the lesser villains until All Might arrives. When he does arrive, all of you are to get the hell out of there. And that's when all of them, well, sigh a relief. And yeah, after that little, well, exchange, Izumi, along with Kage, goes ahead to the training room. Because, yes, Izumi is, well, training her, well, skills with a katana. So, yeah. As Kage is there waiting for her, as Izumi goes ahead and enters the training room. And both of them begin to fight, or, well, spar, with Kage having a noticeable advantage over Izumi. Because, yeah, Izumi is more of a, well, shall we say, ranged combatant, but she is still quite good in hand-to-hand combat, It's just that knives and katanas aren't exactly her primary weapons. But she is quite proficient with them, but nowhere near the level of Kage, Toga or Stain. And well, as they're sparring, Kage wins 10 out of 10, well, duels, with Izumi being quite a bit, well, frustrated. And that's when Kage, well, goes ahead to her, and she's currently on the ground because, yeah, Kage, well, kicked her in the stomach. So, yeah. With Kage, well, extending his hand, telling her to, well, come on, get up. You're improving, at least a tiny bit. And that's when she does, well, a chokehold. Yes. As he's completely got surprised, and that's when Izumi simply tells him, call it quits. With Kage doing that, because if he didn't, he was pretty sure that Izumi was going to choke him out. So yeah. Now, the final score is Izumi 1, Kage 10. And yeah, after that little fun, shall we say, sparring session, Kage is now, well, quite a bit not exactly afraid of Izumi, but aware of her. Because yeah, he wasn't expecting that at all. And well, one of the main features which Izumi has is that she can hide her bloodlust almost perfectly. And well, yeah. Along with that, she can also use the, well, the same, let's just say, technique which Stain used in the anime. That being when he, well, essentially froze all of the heroes who were about to capture him in fear. Izumi can also do that, but not exactly on that scale. She isn't as known throughout the, well, hero world as the hero killer. But let's just say that when she does do that, she can stop most police along with most, well, lower tiered heroes. But the top 10, or the more powerful ones, like Endeavor, will not be swayed by her. So yeah. As after that little fun practice session, Kage and Izumi go to the cafeteria, where they, well, get to a bit of a funny sight. As they enter the cafeteria, they see, well, a funny sight. That being as Toga is currently arguing with Miyuko. Miyuko being, well, this person right here in the picture. And I'm pretty sure that all of you guys and gals know who she is by this time, but a quick recap. She is, well, the second in command. She is right behind Stain, and she was the first person to ever join Stain's, well, crusade against fake heroes. And well, yeah, her backstory, well, essentially this. Her parents got killed by a hero who was greedy. And by greed, I mean for fame and for money, because Miyuko's parents were actually two quite well known ice quirk users. And yeah, her mother specialized in, well, being an active combat hero, while her father was, well, a hero who focused more on, well, using his ice quirk to ease the pain of those who were suffering. So, well, a doctor. Or, well, a hero doctor. And well, let's just say that that hero who killed them wanted both, well, to be more famous, and Miyuko's parents were stopping that from happening. And well, let's just say that at that point, Miyuko was, well, 20 years old. Because her current age is, I believe that I said that she was 34 years old. And well, yeah. As when Miyuko was, well, visiting her parents' house, because at that point she was still going to college, yeah, she heard a scream. As she entered the house, she saw her mother dead, lying on the floor, and her father currently struggling against this other hero. And yeah, Miyuko quickly used her ice quirk to, well, try and kill him. But this guy had, well, a fire quirk which could match Miyuko's ice quirk. And yeah, let's just say that the exulting explosion, yeah, caused her father to be fatally injured and for the hero to, well, be able to somewhat escape. But at that point, more villains arrived on the scene, along with, well, other heroes. And that's when the hero who killed both of her parents, well, went ahead and told to all of the, well, police and the heroes there that he was the one who was just checking out his old friends when their crazed daughter attacked them. And well, before Miyuko could even say a word, that hero went ahead and stopped her by blasting fire at her, with the other police, well, drawing their guns, along with the other heroes going, well, which were actually in the cahoots with this hero, to go ahead and, well, kill her. Accidentally, as they would call it, or say it. But before they could do that, Miyuko went ahead and used their ice quirk to create a gigantic, well, wall of ice. With the fire quirk user, or hero who killed her parents, going ahead and melting it. And yeah, as he saw that Miyuko's ice trail was, well, going into a certain alleyway. Yes, the hero followed her there, and he fired another explosion, or, well, a fireball. Now, this fireball actually, well, connected with Miyuko, and severely burning her back, and also making it so that she couldn't run anymore. Just as that hero was about to finish her off, the hero noticed something. That being a significant amount of bloodlust coming from, well, the sky. Yeah, he quickly turned around to just barely manage to get his head away from a katana which was going to head right into his head. And well, the katana goes ahead and actually cuts off this hero's hand. And yeah, when that happens, the hero lets out a pain agonizing scream. And the one who cut up his arm is a younger Stain, him being 22 years old. Or at least I believe that that's his canon age, or at least at the time when Miyuko was, well, 20. And yeah, needless to say, the hero then quickly scurried off with, well, Miyuko being helped up by Stain, with him getting her out of there real quick. And yes, that is, well, essentially how Miyuko and Stain met. And also, yes, they're sort of in a relationship. I mean, honestly, they know each other for 14 years, and Stain was, well, essentially a white knight who came and saved her. And also, she completely supports his ideals, that there are fake heroes out there who need to be called. And yeah, but now getting back onto from where I started, as Izumi and Kage enter the cafeteria, they see Toga arguing with Miyuko. And about what? About the blood supply which was being used to, well, or which will have been used to treat people who had lost blood in a fight or in an accident. Yeah, Toga sort of drank it. Not all of it, but most of it. Like 10 liters of blood are now gone. Yeah, let's just say that Miyuko is not happy. And Toga is trying to justify herself, but that's when Miyuko, well, yeah, keeps, shall we say, giving Toga a hard time. And that's when Izumi and Kage enter the fray, breaking up the, well, little fight. And yeah, after that, Stain enters the cafeteria as well and just sees, well, Miyuko and Toga, well, fighting each other, while Kage and Izumi are trying to hold them back. At that point, Stain simply goes to the counter, picks up his coffee, and gets the hell out of there. because he knows what's going to happen right now. As Miyuko starts using her ice quirk, yeah, Toga gets two kitchen knives and jumps, well, at her. Needless to say, the ensuing battle was, yeah, it was rather messy. But yeah, as they started fighting, Izumi and Kage also just went, yeah, fuck that, and went in the opposite direction. And all of those poor souls who did not leave the cafeteria right in time were either frozen or accidentally cut by flying knives which were thrown by Toga. And yeah, after about half an hour or so, Miyuko is drained of all of her energy because of how much ice she used, and Toga is currently, well, iced to the ceiling. With her, well, telling to Miyuko that she won, with Miyuko telling her, "Shut up, you damn brat." With her, well, taking heavy gasps of air. And at that exact moment, Stain enters by the cafeteria, along with a firework user. And he tells the firework user to go ahead and start melting all of the people who were frozen by Miyuko. And right after he goes ahead and does that, another quirk user enters the fray. That being, well, a guy who has a healing quirk. As Stain tells him, go ahead and heal all of the guys who got cut by Toga. With both of the quirk users just sighing. This wasn't the first time this happened. And well, yeah. After that little, shall we say, spectacle, Izumi and Kage go ahead and start speaking to Stain, with Stain asking them, so, why did you leave? This would have been a great opportunity for you to use your skills. With Izumi telling him, okay, so I might even only been here for about a year or so, or probably even less than that, but in that time I've seen what Miyuko does when she's angry. There was absolutely no fucking way that I was gonna be in the same room when she's angry. Or not even angry, completely pissed off. With Kage giving the exact same, well, excuse. With Stain telling both of them, alright, you made a good point. But still, go ahead to the training facility. With both Izumi and Kage just sighing because they hadn't eaten anything since they woke up. And yeah, when they went to the training facility, they went ahead and fought against a couple of training robots. Now, these robots, they weren't exactly the USJ ones, or, well, the entrance exam ones. They were much more agile and quite a bit stronger than a human. And so, as that happened, yeah, after another 7 hours of sparring with them, both Kage and Izumi just pass out. Not at exactly the same time, with Kage having a bit more endurance than Izumi, yeah. Izumi just faints after, and yeah. Along, or well, in the area where Izumi fainted, you just see several dozen broken robots. All of them either their head smashed in or their head being completely cut off. And after about 10 or so minutes, Kage also faints. Because yeah, they didn't eat anything, they didn't drink anything, and they were tired. Quite a lot. And yeah, around Kage you see about 30 or so robots, all being cut into pieces. And that's when Stain, well, enters the room and tells, well, his two aides to pick up both Kage and Izumi and to get them to their quarters to, well, get some rest. And yeah, they do that, and then the next day begins. Yeah. Izumi and Kage do not get out of the bed when Stain tells them to. That's when Stain, well, goes ahead to, well, each of their rooms, just sees them sleeping, with the alarm going off right next to their heads. And at that point, Stain just, well, cuts off the alarm, or for them to wake up. Just leaving, because yeah, he knows that they didn't eat anything, well, yesterday, along with the fact that they're extremely fatigued. So yeah, he won't push them that hard, because he's afraid that they actually might die. So yeah, as Stain leaves them be, I'm going to be doing a time skip. This time skip going 7 months. And well, now, these 7 months, we go ahead to, well, Rain and Arya, who are currently taking the entrance exam for UA. Now then, Arya and Rain were actually in the UA, well, how is it again? High school. Well, pretty much since they were the age of 16. So, yeah, they were let in a bit early. But, yeah, they still want to take the entrance exam, as well their parents allow them to. And well, as they go to the written portion of the exam, both of them are quite high up there, Rain being the 7th best and Arya being the 3rd best. And the only two which are in front of Arya will be, well, Momo and Todoroki. And yeah, after that little and fun, well, written portion of the exam was finished, they went ahead to the, well, a lot more funner, shall we say, combat portion of the exam. And oh, now then, what exactly was I? Ah, yes. As after finishing the written portion of the entrance exam, they went ahead to the combat portion. And well, Arya and Rain were put into the, well, different sections, or different, sections of the city. Now then, Arya was with Bakugo and Uraraka, and Rain was with Kirishima and Mina. Yeah, all three of them formed their own groups, and yeah, they completely destroyed everything. Now then, when the gigantic zero-pointer robot appeared, and at this point Arya had accumulated about 60 or so points, while Bakugo had 50 or so, and Uraraka 40 or so, and Rain also pretty much having the same amount of, well, score as his sister, the zero-pointers arrived, and instead of running from them, Arya goes ahead and made, well, her golems. More specifically, her lightning golems. And yeah, she was able to use quite a bit of her quirks, well, power, and yeah, she made a golem of pure lightning, which was almost as big as the zero-pointer, with all of the UA teachers, along with All Might, simply looking at how powerful she was. And that's when they hear a bang. Yeah, a rather loud bang. They didn't know what that was, and that's when Snipe shouts, guys? As they see the other zero-pointer flying through the air. Because Rain, Izumi's, well, older brother, had used his ice creation quirk to make his own golem. Of ice this time. And yeah, instead of making, because, Rain cannot make human golems, while Arya cannot make animal golems. Yeah, Rain made a bull golem of pure ice. And the zero-pointer had just been launched through the air, about 100 or so good meters, and then just fell on the other portion of the city, destroying even more, well, or getting even more points. With him actually getting up to 97 points, with Kirishima and Mina just congratulating him because, what they just saw was a giant bull, well, pretty much wrecked a giant robot. And as we move on to the other field, with Arya controlling her golem, and the golem, well, yeah. First of all, he just makes a hole right through the robot's face, or the Zero Pointer's face, making the robot completely useless, with it just dropping to the ground. And then after that, Arya goes ahead and starts compressing her golem into an, well, just spear of lightning. Or not a spear, but a sphere. And well, yeah, as she does that, she releases all... Sorry about all you guys. But yes, as all of that lightning was then released, frying every single robot which was left in the arena. And yes, at the end of it, Rain's final score was 117, and Arya's final score was 165. Or at least the villain score points, those being the ones where they destroy the robots. Rain actually didn't help that many people, but when he saw someone needed help, he helped them. And that further amassed his total points to 172. And Arya, she helped everyone she saw, and her final points were 252. Yes, Arya had just broken All Might's record. Or actually, wait, no, let's just say that All Might's record is 270 points. So yeah, she is the second highest, well, person on the point scoreboards. With now the third one being Endeavor. So yeah, quite fun. And yeah, after that little, shall we say, show of force or their power, all of them go back home. Or, well, not immediately. As Bakugo, along with, or that is more accurately, Rain, Arya, Bakugo, Uraraka, Kirishima, and Mina all together go to a fancy restaurant. All being paid by, well, Rain, who lost the bet. The bet, well, being the one who gets the most points, or the one who gets less points than the other, well, has to buy all of them a meal. In a, well, place of the winner's choosing. And yeah, Arya chose the most expensive and fanciest restaurant in Tokyo, with Rain blowing up his entire budget for the month on, well, buying meals for everyone. Yeah, Rain was sort of pissed off at Arya, and Arya was laughing her ass off. But yeah, after that had finished, all of them went their ways, well, back home. And yeah, when Rain and Arya arrived home, yeah, they saw their mother just sitting them and asked them how exactly did they, well, go on the entrance exam. With then their father entering the room and asking them simply this: did you get the highest score? With Rain and, well, Arya telling him that no, both of us got, well, or more accurately, I got the second highest score and Rain got the fourth highest score. With their father, well, nodding and then leaving the room. As their mother just tells them, please don't hate him for that. With Rain and Arya just, well, nodding also. And then going ahead to eat dinner. Or, well, not eat dinner, they were just in a fancy restaurant. They go ahead to their rooms and, well, go to sleep. And now, this is going to be the end of part 4 of What If Female Deku Was a Vigilante. I hope you guys and gals enjoyed, and I hope you have a great night.